Hey guys, it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Today I'm going to be planning the week of September 3rd in my Erin Condren vertical neutral. This was the week after back to school, but the week before was also our anniversary, so I decided to save the back to school kit for this week, but the week after Labor Day always gives me back to school vibes anyways, because that's when we went back growing up. I have this amazingly adorable kit from Scribble Prints Co. This was like that bloomsicle art. I planned with this in my B6 already with a kit from Station Stickers. I bought this art off Bloomsicle to do my TN setup, which is coming soon. It's all set up now. I just finished filming it and I just have to edit it. But guys, it's amazing. Anyway, so this actually came with two little freebies, the regular Munchkins one and then some lettering from J. Crew Plans. So I'm gonna hopefully get to use that this week because I think it's super cute. And then here are the adorable full boxes. Love the bun head. And this is just a mini kit. And I do have the glitter samplers as well. So this is, I think, this is the new format of the mini kit. So this is my first time planning with the new Scribble Prints Co. mini kit. Excited to try that out. I did grab some Simply Gilded washies. I didn't have any big bows in rose gold that I really felt matched really well, but I actually think the cranes from the April grows super well, and something about the paper cranes kind of gives me school vibes anyways. So it's kind of muted pink. So I'm probably going to use that. And the other ones are from the Nautical release. All of those go pretty well. I also have my pre-planning insert here, which is from Rock Your Notebook. It is a shimmer cover, which is hand painted with Tomoe River blank paper. And I do practice my hand lettering to do my pre-planning. Sometimes I just write things though, but I did actually do a pretty decent job this week. I find it very relaxing. Anyway, this is actually going to be a sped up video because I'm not gonna lie, it's been a little bit of a rough week and I just feel like zenning out with some stickers and some music. So I'm gonna toss it over to the voiceover. I'm going to get started with the bottom washi. I'm just using the bottom washi from the kit. It is faux double washi, but I think it's so cute. And since I didn't have that many different washi options, I just decided to use the whole thing and not split it. Anyway, I am not going to talk too much about why the week I'm in now was a little bit of a rough week, because that's actually the week after this, which was my first week back at work. Hint, hint. But so this is actually my last week of maternity leave that this spread is for, and this was a really fun, nice, relaxing week. I definitely was okay, you're going back to work. Let's do all the fun, relaxing things. Get in all that kiddo time. Get in, some pampering me time. I got my haircut this week. I got a massage. So it was a really, really nice week. And it's been a really lovely maternity leave. And I'm really grateful that I work for a company that has a very generous leave policy. I've been off for 24 weeks, or this was my 24th week off. So that's really nice. I really struggled with this bottom washi, getting it to line up, and I ended up having to kind of tape it down a little bit with my glue runner. But it's okay. It doesn't really, you can't even tell now. So I'm fine with that. Anyway, so I am going to use the glitter headers this week, and then I have some overlays for some of them later, but I did want to use, I saved the silvery color because I just was going to use 3 colors, and I was pulling in rose gold foil, and the silver is really easy to save and use on a different kit. So I just decided to use the navy and the 2 shades of pink to just lay that all down. But yeah, I mean, this was just like I said, a very pleasant week. I got a lot of stuff done around the house. I got a lot of pampering type stuff down. And just generally had a really great last week of maternity leave. Definitely wanted to get in some extra snuggles with the kids. Not that I work from home and I work reduced hours, so I get plenty of kiddo time during the week as well, but just kind of reflecting on the fact that it was my last leave and just trying to be really, really present, which is something that's so hard to do, especially with how much technology is in our lives, but it's really worth it to make an effort. And I do a pretty good job with my kids, but lately I've actually been trying to do that as well for time with my husband. There's so many times where I feel we're watching TV, he's also watching something on the iPad. He's really into watching video games And I also like will then have my laptop and be editing or be on Instagram doing like planner stuff as well. So trying to like set away some time that like even if we're watching something where we're like both watching it and not doing anything else or talking to each other, etc. I mean, we have dinner with the kids most of the time, so we don't get like a lot of solo time to ourselves. So just trying to make more of an effort with that. Anyway, I used the backpack on Tuesday because my daughter had school, and I used the back of the head girl for my sort of thankful thought for the week, which, guys, if you've been with my channel for a while, like a back of the head fashion girl is like pretty much the top billing of full boxes for me. I don't know why. I just love a back of the head girl. Just can't resist it. So anyway, it's one of the reasons I love this art so much and love this kit. I actually, like I said, my new TN setup is in this art, and I'm just like, it's so hard not to stick that back of the head girl everywhere. Anyway, just finishing up with these glitter headers, and I'm going to finish laying down the full boxes. I tried to like think about where I wanted which ones. So I like did like some more schoolish ones on Tuesday and Thursday because those are the days my daughter goes to school. On Saturday, I used the donuts because we actually did get donuts on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I used the planner because I plan on Sundays. I plan on other days too, but I do a big planning day usually on Sunday so that I can like get ready for the next week, which was like especially important this past weekend because we were like going into back to school. Anyway, I am also going to use the date covers from this kit. I love the new date covers when they have like the text font color matches the kit and it's not black. So this was like pink with blue, and I thought that was so perfect. But I feel like the Scribble Prints Co date covers really, really are very sheer, and like you can definitely see the numbers like all the way through them. So I just went ahead and whited them all out. And then I'm going to use these date covers. And then since they're just white in the middle, instead of using clear foil date dots, I have some date dots that are hearts from my newest edition that have like a rosy pink with gold foil. So rose gold foil. So I am going to use those. Like I said, I'm using rose gold. Rose gold is my favorite foil. But like after I planned this week and last week in it, and then I'm like, all right, I think I'm ready to use a different foil. So I'm definitely going to try and use a kit that uses gold or silver for the next week in my spread. I don't know. You have to mix it up, even though rose gold is my favorite. But my new TN setup's also in rose gold. So it's just like a lot of rose gold going on right now. But anyway, I just am going to put down those date dots, and then I'm going to finish up with the washi running across the top and the page flag as well. But yeah, I mean, this was it was a chill week. I did like a lot of reading and relaxing. I did like a lot of filming. I was like trying to kind of pre-film some stuff for when I get back to work because I knew I was going to be pretty busy, like especially right away when you're trying to like catch up on all the things you've missed and catch up with like folks on your team. And I have a couple of direct reports, so like making sure I catch up with what's been going on with them and all of that, which honestly, like having lived through the week, it's like I had so many meetings, and I have like for coming up on the next week too, so many meetings. But anyway, so I am going to use some overlays as well. This clear bow one is from Rose Colored Days. I didn't really have like a topic to talk about this week, so sorry about that. But if you have a topic or some questions that you want me to answer, leave them in the comments below. Message me on Instagram. I would love to do questions or topics, but I am curious to know what you guys are curious about. And I'm happy to talk about whatever, planner stuff or not. I try and not disclose too much personal information, but I'm a chatty person, so I don't mind sharing a bit. These clear overlays that I'm putting on the glitter headers are from Simply Watercolor Co. The full box overlays that I used are from Rose Colored Days, and then these dot ones are these like sparkly pattern ones are from Artbox Stickers, and I love these, and I have so many of them. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. They make me so happy. I'm running out of, I think, gold, so I had to order some more, but I have a lot of rose gold left because I pretty much didn't use rose gold like all summer. I feel like rose gold is like very fall and spring, but it's like not. And it's fall, I feel like it's really the main season for rose gold, which makes me really happy that it's here. Anyway, I decided to use header from the kit this week. I am doing my sidebar with a Dinners sidebar weekly ombre. I really like having that in there. It's like fun to look back over like the past few weeks and be like, oh, what do we have for dinner? I mean, there's like some meals that we literally eat like every week. Like we have a pasta dinner, some kind of pasta dish like every week, and we usually have tacos like once a week as well. But like there's a lot of different stuff where I'm like, oh yeah, we haven't made that in a while, so it's fun to have that in there. That'll be my word of the week, which was last week of freedom because it was my last week of maternity week. And then for my reading, I put down a thick appointment label, and I was reading Harry Potter 5 this week, and I think I did finish it this week. Yeah, I finished it on Sunday this week. And then I decided I wanted to do the little 3-heart checklist and just like kind of write down my like 3 top memories from the week or whatever you want to call it. So I did just go ahead and write that down or put that in so I could just do like some mini journaling in there. I do line a day memory keeping in my B6, but sometimes it's just like fun, especially not everything always like fits in the spread or like makes sense to put in the spread. And we had some like kid milestones this week that were really fun, so I just went ahead and put that on the sidebar. So then I have these sticky note boxes from Planning World, and I just thought they were so cute, and I thought I didn't have like that much to put on Monday. I ended up being wrong and having to squeeze something in at the end, but that's totally fine. I think this looks so cute, and I've really wanted to be using these, so I used that one of those to mark Labor Day. They are like bigger than a half box, and then I just put a little thing in there, and I'm gonna layer that with like a meal icon to use. We went out to lunch on Labor Day at this barbecue place called Rudy's. If you are in the Austin area, I am sure you are familiar. And then I started working on my TN setup, and so I grabbed these little foiled ones from Planning World as well. I just think they're so cute, and they say like work, but it's like a TN, so I was like close enough. And then that afternoon my daughter and I baked some brownies. She's like really been into like helping me, quote unquote helping me bake. She's 2.5, so it's not super helpful, but it's really cute. And then she gets like so messy, she wants to like just be all up in the batter, which is just really adorable. And baking is something I really enjoy, so I like being able to share that with her. So anyway, we baked some brownies. And then that night, I took a bath and painted my nails, had like a nice relaxing evening. So I grabbed these Fox and Pip nail polishes. I'm going to get a bath from Hello Petite Paper and a script from Artbox Stickers that says paint nails, which I am like obsessed with these scripts right now. And I like paint my nails once a week. So those are good scripts for me to have to not have to write. And then I'm going to write bath in really small as well, although I didn't need to, but I did. Anyway, I tried to mix up how I put in school this week, although I'm still not like 100%, but it's like cute, and it was a very busy spread, so I feel like it added a little bit of white space. I am going to take that off and lower it. So I used a Fox and Pip little bow backpack and a script word from a Rose Colored Days to like layer that on. My daughter did have school on Tuesday, and then I'm just going to mix in a little bit of deco from the kit. I tried to use like as much of the deco as I could because it's so cute. So just mixing in some of that deco over there. And then that day, pretty much I spent like the entire day my daughter was at school, like playing and cuddling with my son, but he's a baby, he still sleeps a lot, and pretty much spent the rest of the day working on a TN setup. It's finished now and it's filmed, and I edited it. It'll be out, I think, hopefully this Saturday if I can finish the editing. But anyway, it was so much fun, and it matches this art, so I'm like super obsessed with it. Anyway, I can't wait to share that with you guys, and I'm so in love with it, and I'm really happy to be out of my summer setup, even though I love that too. I'm like always love my setup, and then by the end I'm like definitely ready for a new setup. Anyway, on Tuesday, I also ran to the post office to drop off some birthday happy mail for my girl Esley from Inky and the Brain. I made her like some really cute stuff. Anyways, if I do say so myself, I definitely got a lot of inspiration from what I made for her for things that I want to make for myself. But anyway, so I dropped that off, and then that night my son spent his like first night in like a regular sleep sack in his crib instead of we are big believers in the magic of the Merlin suit. If you have kids, you might know what that is. But so he was growing out of it, and he's very rolly. So we took him out of the Merlin suit and put him in a regular sleep sack, and it was actually no big deal. So I definitely think we did that at the right time. We probably could have even switched him earlier. That night I also just did a bunch of like reading of Harry Potter and just relaxed and sort of chilled out. It's kind of a theme for this week, which is totally fine. Guys, practice self-care. Do not feel guilty about taking time to yourself, especially as like a parent of young children. That can be very difficult, but it's so important to recharge your own batteries. Anyway, on Wednesday, we went to story time at the library. I used a scribbler that is like a mommy and me, and then a custom script from Station Stickers that do say library. We spend a lot of time at the library. And then that morning we had another nanny interview. I don't remember who we interviewed that day specifically, actually, but our nanny hours have been filled. We have like 2 people working for us now that I'm back at work on just like on different days. I find that that's really helpful. One of them is actually a stay-at-home mom who brings her kid with her, so my daughter has like a little playmate, and one is like a college student. So it's been working out really well. Anyway, then on Wednesday, I also finished my TN setup that night, and yeah, and I got everything all finished except for some like charms, which I ended up, adding in kind of later. But anyways, that's not important. I finished my TN setup, and that is what matters. And then I'm just like kind of adjusting things down to like fill in. Like Wednesday was not like a super busy day. I just like hung out, played with the kids, and then my camera cut out. But I just adjusted that down and then added in a bit of deco, which you'll see at the end. So on Thursday, my daughter had school again. I decided there were school scribblers in this, so I decided to use one of those and then grab a script from Rose Color Days. This is, I think, my preferred way of marking a school day rather than like putting it just blank on the paper, but it's not like a huge deal. And I also did some filming while my daughter was at school, and I filmed my TN setup, unsurprisingly, since I was like, this week was like a TN setup heavy week. I feel like it's, once you get started, it's like so hard to stop, and I just like want to do it till I'm finished. And like, it's definitely, a TN setup takes like multiple hours worth of work. So, and especially if you're breaking that up with like kids time and husband time and all of that, it takes like a few days to really finish a setup. But anyway, our nanny also, one of our new nannies came and did like a trial day on Thursday, because I had a hair appointment. Yay. Got my hair cut on Thursday. I was like trying to like fit in a bunch of appointments from before I got back to work, but I was like really desperately needing a haircut, and I actually cut like 5 inches off, and my hair is still long. So that should tell you how much I needed a haircut. And I grabbed this scissors from Hello Petite Paper. And mostly I just like, I have really super thick hair, so I like to get like the shearing scissors, like really run that shearing scissors through my hair. Anyway, and then I mixed that with a little bit of deco from the kit as well. And then that night was football opening night, and it was my Eagles, because we were the Super Bowl champs last year. So was opening game night, so marking that in with a glittery quarter box and a TV icon from Wild Summer Design. And then, not to be so extra, but I did put a icon foil circle from Simply Watercolor, like an overlay on top of that as well, because why not? Anyway, on Friday I went to Starbucks, and I actually got my first PSL of the season, and I had like a sampler of lettering stickers from Scribble Prints Co. That's J. Crew Plans Jessica's handwriting, so I decided to use that. And the coffee cup is from Hello Petite Paper. Then after that, I took my Starbucks to Hat Creek, which is like a breakfast place, but they don't have like fancy coffee there. They do have a play place, which is why we go there. And it's really fun. It's like a really good play place. Anyway, so we got eggs, but then it was like a little bit too wet, and there weren't any other kids there, so my daughter was like not feeling it. So we ended up going to Target. We were planning to go to the library after, but by the time we were done with like Target, my daughter was just like not in the mood for story time, so I wasn't gonna force it. So we just went home. I had another nanny interview that day anyways, and then that night we got Chinese food takeout, and we ate it with my daughter, which she didn't used to like Chinese at all, but now that she's a little bit older, she's really feeling it. Pretty much anything with noodles she likes. So we got her like noodle soup, and she was like obsessed with it. Anyway, so we had Chinese food with her, and then also my car battery died that night, which was like, ugh. And anyway, since then, that was like, I left my lights on and the battery died, but guys, my car battery actually never recovered from that, because next week you'll see in my plan with me, but spoiler alert, my battery died for real, and then we had to replace it, which is so annoying because I feel like we have spent so much money on my car this year, which it's a little bit of an older car, but we don't make payments on it anymore. We own it outright. So we're going to run it into the ground most likely, or until we have another kid and we can't fit them all in my car anymore. That's what we joke. Whichever comes first, total destruction or a third child. Anyway, and I just said my baby is only 6 months old, so third child is not happening for a while, if it happens at all. Total tangent. Anyway, then on Saturday, we went to Round Rock Donuts. There were donut stickers in this kit, so I just used one from the kit. And then we actually did like a lot of little errands. So I just used a 3-heart checklist for that, but we took my car in for service, which was unrelated to the battery dying. I just happened to have like a service appointment already planned for that Saturday. And then we went to IKEA, and then we went to H-E-B, which is the grocery store. So I put in a Hello Petite Paper car sticker there as well. That night we watched Black Panther. We had like an at-home date night. Like I said, trying to be like more cognizant of just like hanging out together without other technology. So, I mean, we still watched a movie, but like neither of us were on other screens. And Black Panther was amazing, by the way. We hadn't seen it before. Hard to get to the movies when you have 2 little kids, but I've really been wanting to see that, and it's on like Netflix now. So we did watch that. I went backwards this day for some reason. Anyway, we went out to lunch at Poke House, which is like amazingness, and it's my favorite. I love poke bowls. So we did that because we were up. It's right by IKEA, and then we had pizza for dinner, takeout, and then as well we baked some challah and apple cake because the Monday after this week was Rosh Hashanah, but we were having like a big dinner on Sunday night for Rosh Hashanah, so we wanted to have some traditional foods for that, which are challah, which is like a bread that is delicious, like a brioche type bread, but it's also like a sort of like a religiously significant bread. I don't know if it's actually like significant or it's just traditional at this point. And then apple cake, because apples are like a really big feature of Rosh Hashanah, dipping apples in honey for a sweet new year. Anyway, then on Sunday, again, I worked backwards for some reason. We had a special Rosh Hashanah dinner. Our friends were going to come, but then my daughter had like a bit of a cold, and their son was like still recovering from a cold, so they decided to skip, but we still had like just a nice family dinner with just us. And so then that night I took a bath and I finished reading the 5th Harry Potter book. During that day, besides like cooking for this dinner that we had on Sunday night, we also built my son's bedroom furniture, we've already built his crib, but we built like the dresser, which was like really an intense build. Like dressers, things with drawers always take forever. And I am just like adjusting because I wanted to add in a bath scribbler, and that script is also from J. Crew Plans, and it's from one of the little SPC samplers that you get. And that meal icon is from Cast by Towie, and it is clear. Anyway, so we built the furniture, so I used a little scribble or mommy and me, although truth be told, my husband did most of the building, and my daughter, who is 2.5, quote unquote, helped. But anyway, and then the only other thing I did that day was I had a major planning sesh. I did some filming, did some planning, got everything all set up and ready for next week. And I'm going to grab a film slate icon to mix with that plan sticker, and that is another one of the script words from the sampler. And the pink is like exactly the same as the darker pink in this kit, like 100% the same, not like a close match. It's definitely the same pink. Anyway, that is everything, except I think I'm going to add in a little bit more deco here. But that other than some deco, that's everything. So I'm going to finish that up and then turn this off to get it all filled out and throw you back over to the live voice. Okay, that is everything all filled out. I think this looks so stinking cute. Anyway, I realized as I was filling this out that I forgot I had a massage on Monday. How could I possibly forget that? I don't know. Anyway, I actually did all of my writing on like the actual planner in a Tombow mono drawing pen, and I did the writing on the stickers in a Sharpie Ultrafine. I've been liking the Sharpie on the Scribble Prints Co stickers lately again, and I just had this handy. I do really like this pen as well as the Pigma Micron, but my Pigma Micron just ran out and I need to grab another one from my stash, which I hadn't done. Let me show you what I have left from the kit. A little bit of deco, work labels, and some other stuff. I forgot that this had a movie marquee, but that's okay. I still have this little freebie. I should try and get that into my TN setup somehow. My TN setup matches this art, so I'm really excited for that. Some little things, 1/4 box, bit of functional, some glitter, a teensy bit of washi, and I did use all of the full boxes. That is everything for this week. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I'd love it if you'd subscribe and check me out on Instagram at mycraftyplans to keep up with everything going on in my planners. Bye!